Jai Shri Krishna. Divine Doorways presents Episode 9. Krishna versus Kamsa, the prophecy fulfilled. The dust of Vṛindavana had barely settled when another presence arrived. It was not a demon, not a king. It was Narada, a great celestial sage, a wanderer between worlds. He had seen the demon fall. He had seen the child endure. And so he went to Mathura. Kamsa stood in his palace, worried and fearful, knowing every attempt had failed. Narada arrived and spoke to him calmly. Krishna, son of Devaki, still lives, and he is coming to fulfill the prophecy. Kamsa realized he could no longer act in secret, so he chose what remained: to call the child to his own city and end the prophecy with his own hands. A royal messenger arrived in Vṛindavana. He brought an invitation to Mathura, a public festival, a contest of strength. The sons of Nanda were invited. The invitation was a trap. Nanda listened in silence. Yashoda held her sons close. Krishna did not hesitate. The prophecy was already in motion. He agreed to go, not as a challenger, but to fulfill what was foretold. Krishna and Balarama set out for Mathura. Nanda, Yashoda, and the villagers watched until the brothers disappeared from view. No one said it aloud, but nothing felt the same. Krishna and Balarama reached Mathura on foot, the streets filled with people. In the palace, Kamsa watched from afar and waited. As the brothers moved through the city, eyes followed them. People spoke in hushed voices of their height, their strength, their youth. Some watched in curiosity, others in fear. Few understood what they were seeing. At the heart of the city stood the sacrificial bow of Kamsa, untouched, unchallenged. Krishna and Balarama saw the bow and smiled. Krishna lifted it. He bent it and drew the string. The bow snapped in two, and with it, the king's illusion of control. The crowd stood stunned. A child had done what no one else could. Word spread quickly. These were no ordinary guests. That night, Kamsa did not sleep. Fear followed him until morning. At dawn, the stadium filled. The trap was ready. A royal elephant. Wrestlers. Guards in layers. The crowd gathered for amusement. And the king told himself, this time, sheer force would be enough. Krishna and Balarama entered the arena. Kamsa watched with eager eyes. The gate opened. Kuvalayapita, the royal elephant, charged, with the ground trembling beneath its weight. A wave of excitement moved through the crowd. The brothers did not retreat. Krishna caught the charging elephant by its trunk and hurled it to the ground. Climbing onto the fallen beast, he tore free one great tusk and struck with it. The massive body went still. Krishna held the broken tusk. Balarama lifted the other. The arena fell silent. Kamsa watched in growing anxiety. Next, the royal wrestlers entered. Chanura, the king's chosen fist. Mushtika, trained for force. The crowd rose in anticipation. Krishna stood opposite Chanura. Balarama faced Mushtika. Hands lifted. Feet set. The arena held its breath. Krishna struck first. He seized Chanura, spun him, and slammed him down. Chanura did not rise. Mushtika charged Balarama. One blow landed. Mushtika fell. Shock swept through the arena. Kamsa rose in fear. Krishna crossed the space between boy and king. Balarama knew the moment of justice had come. Krishna seized Kamsa by the hair, dragged him down, and hurled him onto the arena floor. Krishna fell upon Kamsa. At his divine touch, the force of evil broke. Bound and overpowered by it, Kamsa was slain. Balarama watched with a smile. The years of waiting were finally over. The crowd recoiled in disbelief. The king was dead. High above, the gods rejoiced and rained flowers upon Krishna. The prophecy was fulfilled. The power that ruled by fear was gone. In Mathura's prison, bolts slid open. Devaki and Vasudeva stepped into the light. Weak, battered, alive. After years of suffering, they were free at last. Krishna bowed first. Balarama beside him. Not as victors, as sons. Ugrasena, father of Devaki, was led from his cell, a king long displaced. Devaki and Vasudeva watched, with relief, happiness, and pride. The throne was returned to its rightful holder. Krishna did not claim it. He stepped back and let his grandfather rule. Fear was no longer law. Justice returned to the city. Kamsa had tried to change the future. Through plot, through violence, through control. Each attempt failed. Each step only brought him closer to his destiny. What was set in motion by a prophecy was fulfilled and finally came to rest. But the journey of Dharma did not end here. It continued forward. Thank you for watching. Follow Divine Doorways.